Hello everyone, welcome to English for You channel. In today's lesson, I would like to show you about the way how to use zero conditional. And so when do we use zero conditional? You will know it in this video. Actually, they have zero conditional first, second, and third. The last one is mid conditional. But the first I would like to show you only one conditional. So what is the conditional that I show you is zero conditional. So when do we use zero conditional and how do you use it? Please take a look on this video. The zero conditional sentence, like all other conditionals, consists of two clauses, if clause, and the last one is main clause. So you have to make it together, become one conditional. You call it zero conditional. So we use the same verb form in each clause of zero conditional. The present simple tense, if clause plus if clause have if plus subject plus present simple, and in main clause they have subject plus present simple. So it means that you have to use if clause and main clause here. And if clause they have a form like if plus subject and plus present simple, and in main clause they have subject plus present simple. So you have to make it together. So now please take a look on the example. If you heat the water 200 degrees, it boils. So this is true. This is a fact. If you do it, if you do the conditional here, the result will happen as what the if clause proof. Okay, so when do we use first zero conditional? Zero conditional is used to talk about the things which are always or usually true, scientific facts, general trust, etc. For example, number one, if you cross an international deadline, the time changes. So if you do this one, if you do this, the conditional here, so the result will happen to what the conditional proof, or what the if clause tell. Explanation: this always happen every time you cross the deadline. One more example: if you dive to 10 meters under the waters, the pressures increase to 2 atmosphere. So this is, we can say, this is the result if you do the if clause here. The main clause will happen whenever you do this if clause. But you have to know that if you use zero conditional, you have to use if plus present simple and what, and in main clause they have a present simple. One more. This is basically always true. The pressures of 10 meters over water equal 1 atmosphere. One more. Phosphorus burn if you expose it to the air. This is in scientifics. If you do it, if you expose the phosphorus to the air, it will burn. You can test it in the lab. If you're not clear about this one, you can do it in the lab. As someone, you can watch a Chinese movie when the star. Sometimes they go to the cave and they have one thing. After they open the cover, the fire burn. So this one is kind of prosperous as well. You can notice this one, or you can do a test by yourself at the lab. Know that most conditional sentence will mean the same if when is used instead of if. So I mean that you can use when instead of the word if. This one example: if you heat the water 200 degrees, it boils. When you heat the water 200 degrees, it boils. So both of them you can use it one whatever you want. So it's not wrong. It is correct. Both are correct. But if you use like this, if when you get this exercise right, you have a good brain. It proves that you have a good brain. If here prove that you have a good brain. When will make you have a good brain. So this one we cannot use when. You have to omit when. Now go to comma slice, the comma rule that we use it in conditional. When the if clause comes first, a comma is used. Take a look. If you heat the water 200 degrees, comma, it boils. So what I mentioned is when the if clause here comes first, you have to use comma. If clause plus comma plus main clause. When the if clause comes second, a comma is not used. The water boils if you heat it 200 degrees. So if you use as this one, you do not use comma. This is a comma rule in all conditional. The form have main clause plus if clause, no comma. But if clause first, you have to use comma. Okay, so now I want you to practice a little bit about this one, about first conditional. So they ask 10 questions. The first one, 10 exercises. Condition, conditional, and result. Water boil if you what? Which one did I choose to complete here? I would choose if you heat it 200 degrees Celsius. Yes, correct. Number 2, if you mix red and white. So what is the answer? Do you list to get or what? Or become what? Which one that you choose it? You got headache, you got pink, right? I would choose this one. Yes, you get pink. Number 3, if you leave it in the sun. So what is it? I choose this one. Yes, the bird melts if you leave it in the sun. Number 4, if blah blah blah, take aspirin. If what? If you got headache, right? Yes, if you got headache, take aspirin. Aspirin here is a kind of medicine that make you better after you. If you get headache, you can take the aspirin. It make you better and cure. Number 5, if what? If you add sugar, it tastes sweet. Number 6, if you got near its food when it eating. Yes, the last a dog bites. If you go near its food when it eating. Number 7, if you pull a cat tail, It scratch you, right? It scratch you. Yes, it scratch you. Number 8. Number 8. You have more chance of being killed if you don't wear a seat belt. So for example, when you try a car and you don't wear a seat belt, you have more chance to be of being killed by an accident or something else. Number 9. If you press the button, what is it? The CD player come on. Yes, correct. The CD players come on. The last one, homework. Farmer gets very angry if you leave gate open in the countries. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for your watching, and I hope you enjoy my video about the conditional. The first video I show only one conditional, is 0 conditional, and I will add more conditional to the last video. Okay, thank you very much for your watching. Goodbye. Okay, hello everyone, welcome to English for You channel. Continue from the previous lesson, 0 conditional. Now we are going to study about first conditional in English grammar. Okay, so when do we use first conditional, you will know in this video, and you already study about the 0 conditional last lesson. The first conditional sentence consists of two main clauses, if clause and main clause. Even that the conditional here, the first conditional here consists of two clauses. They have a if clause and main clause, and then we combine it together, it became a first conditional. Take a look more. We use the present simple with the if clause here, if clause, and will plus infinitive with the main clause. This one we call main clause. This is a form if clause. They have a if plus subject plus present simple. In the main clause we have subject plus will plus verb infinitive. This one if clause plus, you have to use comma and then plus main clause. If clause in this one we call if clause. This one and this one main clause here. This one if clause here instead of this one, and this one instead of this one. Now continue to the example. If it rains, we will stay indoors. So it means that if the rain come soon, we have to stay indoors. We cannot go outside. So now go to the definition of first conditional. The first conditional is talk about the things which are possible in the present or future. The thing which may happen. It means that we talk about the thing that possible happen in the future, in the near future, and we can say that. For example, if it's sunny, we will go to the park. Explanation: maybe it will be sunny. That is possible. Maybe now you can see the sunshine, or you can look at to the sky and have no cloud, and you said that if it is sunny, we will go to the park. It is possible happen in the future. One more. Paula will be said if Jane leave. Explanation: maybe John will leave. That possible. For example, like love us something as well. If someone betray someone and someone will cry, and it possible happen in the future. Okay, now let's go to practice a little bit, and we already study about the rule of conditional, and I want you to practice a little bit about the first conditional. Before we start to do the exercise here, I want to remind you that we use first conditional refer to the thing that will happen in the future and it possible happen in the future. Okay, so now please go to the exercise number 1. If Jack blah 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 late again, his trainer will be furious. So it's what? If Jack alright or what? To alright. If Jack alright. And this one right here you have to add es because you have to add s because Jack is a singular pronoun. You will be sorry if you revise or what? If you do not revise for exam. If you do not revise for exam. Revise here refer to the reviews. It means that if you don't review your lesson, you will be sad after the exam come. One more. We blah blah blah. If the weather good, we got. We will go. Okay, we will go. If the weather's good. One more. If the bus is on time, I would miss the football match. One more. If you do your homework now, you will be free tomorrow. So it is actually happen in the future. If you do it now, and it will be happen in the future, and you will be free for tomorrow. You don't need to do something else because you already done your homework. One more. We will eat out if there is no food at home. One more. You will find life much easier if you want. If you smile or what? If you smile. Okay, good. One more. If it is not, if it's hot, we will go. Okay, we will go. One more. You will do it better if you take more time of it. Last number 10. If she keeps practicing, she will be better. One more. I am so happy about. Is I passed the exam? Yes, I will be happy. What? I will be happy. Okay, good. I will be happy. The last one. You will be really tired tomorrow if you do not go to the bed soon. So I want to review some tips of first conditional and some rule. For example, if you use if clause first, after if clause you have to use comma. So like this one. Checks alright. Late again. His trainer will be furious. If you use the main clause first, so you do not need to use comma. But if you use if clause first, you have to use comma. Okay, thank you very much everyone for watching my video. and please wait for the second conditional in the next video. Okay, goodbye, thank you very much. Hello everyone, welcome to English for You channel. To continue from the previous lesson, zero conditional, first conditional, now we are going to study about the second conditional. So when do we use the second conditional and what are the form of second conditional, you will know in this video, in this lesson. Okay, now please take a look. The second conditional sentence consists of two clauses that have an if clause and the main clause here, and we use the past simple with if clause and would plus infinitive with the main clause. This is the formula of second conditional that in if clause they have if plus subject plus past simple, and in main clause they have subject plus would plus infinitive. Okay, if you use if clause first, after if clause you have to use comma, but if you don't use if clause first and you use main clause first, you do not need to use comma. Like this one, if plus comma plus main clause. For example, if it rained, we should stay indoor. Actually it is not rain. Note that you may use would, could, should or might for the second conditional. The second conditional is talk about or is used to talk about the things which are unreal, mean that not true or not possible in the present or future, things which don't or won't happen. It means that you use this conditional to talk about the thing that impossible happen in the future or in the present day. It is unreal. It is unreal. For the first example, if I were you, I would try more carefully, but actually I am not you. This is unreal. For example, if I am Mr. A, even though I go to make my face to Mr. B, but in reality I am Mr. A, not Mr. B. For example, number 2, Mariam would be sad if Rana left. Rana won't leave. That is not going to happen. Mean Rana love Mr. Mariam very much and he would not leave from her or him. One more example. If cats had wings, they would be able to fly. Cats don't have wings. That is impossible. Actually, started from the past until now, the cat have no wing. They have only one tail and 4 legs, and this is the real thing. And if we talk this one, we talk like that. If the cat had wing, and actually the cat have no wing, it is unreal. It is impossible, and it will not happen in future. Note that past simple form is slightly different from usual in the case of verb be, and you have to notice this one as well. Like when there is an impossibility, we use were instead of was. I mean that you can use was, you can use were instead of the word was here. And with any subject, whether singular or plural, it doesn't mind whether it is singular or plural, you can use were instead of the word was. One that is impossibility. For example, if I were rich, I would buy a big house. Actually, now I am really poor and I am not rich. Unlikely to be rich and hopeless to be rich. That is why we can use it in a conditional, and you can use were instead of the word was. If he were here, he wouldn't allow that. Actually, he is not here. Maybe he goes somewhere, or he went outside to other place. He is not here. He is somewhere else. One very important structure is omitting if, that, and inverting the structure to take interrogative question form. It means that if you want to use it in interrogative question form, you can omit if in interrogative form. For normal, if plus subject plus past simple plus complement. In the main clause that have subject plus would plus infinitive. If I were you, I would study harder. If you want to invert and you want to use it as interrogative form, you can use like this: were plus subject plus complement in if clause, and in main clause you can use subject plus would plus infinitive. For example, were are you, I would study harder. Actually, I am not you, and it will not happen. This one you can omit if when you use it as a interrogative sentence. Okay, before we go to study the next video, third conditional, I want you to practice about the second conditional first. For example, if John were here, he what? He would or he what? He would catch some fish for supper. Number 2, it was or it would be one. It would be nice if the rain. It would be nice if the rain stopped. Past simple. This one in if clause, and this one in main clause. If the main clause comes first, you do not need to use comma. But if the if clause comes first, you have to use comma after if clause. You have to remember this one as well. Number 3, I what? I would or I should. I could give you a chocolate if I had. If I had, yes, and this one have no comma because if clause comes second. Number 4, if I had a better sleeping bag, I would not feel so cool. Number 5, if distant what? Was over or would? Were, yes, were any smaller, one of us what? Would sleep outside. One more, number 6, I would look out for beers if I were you. Number 7, if what? If I were not so happy, so hungry, I could share my bean with you. Actually, I'm very hungry and I'm not share my bean with you it alone. Where I here, I would also can say I could have you. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for your watching, and please help me to click subscribe or like. And if you want to study about the other grammar, you can comment on my video. I will do the research and post it for you. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye. See you for the next video. Second, third conditional. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to English for You channel. In today's lesson, to continue from the previous lesson, second conditional, now we are going to study about the third conditional. So when do we use the third conditional, and how do you use it, and how do you form it? So you will know in this video. So now please take a look. Like all conditionals, the third conditional sentence consists of two clauses, an if clause and a main clause. We use the past perfect simple with if clause, would have plus past participle with the main clause. In if clause, they have if plus subject plus perfect simple, and in main clause they have subject plus would have plus verb participle. Can say verb 3. This one like a form, and if you use if clause first, you have to use comma. And if you don't use if you use main clause first, you do not need to use comma. Please take a look. If it hadn't rained, we could have gone out. One more. It could have been nice if you had come on Saturday, but actually it's not. You have to know that you have to use would, could, should, or might for the third conditional. So this is the definition of third conditional. The third conditional is used to talk about the unreal situations in the past, things which did not happen in the past. It is often used to express criticism or regret. It means that we use it to talk about the thing that is not real in the past, and it is not happen in the past as well. And you can use it to express to criticize someone, and you can use it for regretment, or you regret for something, you want to say so sorry for something, you can use it in third conditional. This is an example. If you had driven more carefully, you would not have had an accident, but actually you already had an accident. This one we use it to criticize someone. You had an accident because you didn't try carefully enough. One more. If it hadn't snowed, we could have gone skiing. This if we use it for regret, and it is already snowed, so we could not go to ski, and you can see the snow outside, and you use it for recreate. This one you have to remember as well, the invert structure in the third conditional. One very important structure is omitting if. You can omit if and inverting the structure to take interrogative question. If you use it as an interrogative question, you can omit if. So please take a look here. The normal one, you have to use if plus subject plus had plus past participle for if clause, and in main clause you have to use subject plus would have plus participle as well. For example, if I had studied harder, I could have passed the example. You can invert like this: had plus subject plus participle, and in main clause you have to use subject plus would have plus participle. If you want to make clear about this one, you can go to YouTube and you can write participle and you can study them, and then you can go to study this one again. You will be clearer than this one if you don't know about the past participle. One more for example: had I studied harder, I could have passed the exam. Normally, most people use this one. They rarely use this one. You can use this one rather than this one, but both of them are correct. So now let's practice a little bit. There are also one question. The first one: he crashed his car because he fell asleep while driving. So how do you form it as a third conditional? If what? Don't forget if plus participle. If he hadn't fallen asleep while driving, he wouldn't have crashed his car. This one you have to use subject plus would have plus participle, or we can say verb 3. One more: we could go to the zoo because we had enough money. And you can use it as a conditional. If we hadn't had enough money, we could not have gone to the zoo. Number 3: I lost my job because I was late for work. I could not, or I should not have lost my job if what? Participle. If I hadn't been late for work. You don't forget, you have to use if plus have to use if plus subject plus participle. You have to remember this one. One more: the wind was so strong that the bridge collapsed. Can be say broken. So if the wind hadn't been so strong, the bridge would not or could not have collapsed. Number 5, so you can do it by yourself. I couldn't call Sally because had lost her number. So I want if I have had, I could have called Sally if I have then lost her number. Actually, you already lost her number. The last one of this one, number 6. Had I met Tala, I could have told him. The last one, I would have come on time if my car hadn't broken down. Start with had. Had what? Had then my car's broken down, I would have come. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for your watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. And if you want to study about the grammar, for example, if you want to know about the present perfect, present continuous, you want to know clearly about this one or that one, you can comment on my video and I will make the video and post it for you. And if any mistake, I hope you don't mind me, because I'm not perfect enough. I'm just a simple student. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to English for You channel. In today's lesson, I would like to show you about the way how to use make conditional. To continue from the previous lesson, set conditional, now we are going to study about the make conditional and how many make conditional are there. You will know in this video and when do we use it. And this is the way how to use make conditional, and we have to use past perfect simple with if clause as a form of a third conditional, and you have to use would plus infinitive with the main clause as a form of second conditional, and you have to make it together to make one conditional that we call mixed conditional one. This is the formulas of mixed conditional one. You have to use in a if clause, you have to use if plus subject plus past perfect simple in a third conditional form, and in main clause you have to use subject plus would plus infinitive in second conditional form, and you have to make it together to make one more conditional. It means that we have to use third conditional with two conditional to make one more conditional that we call mixed conditional one. And if you use if first you have to use comma, as what I have mentioned in the last video, in the previous video. And for example, if Vance had taken my advice, he wouldn't be in trouble now. One did not take my advice in the past. He is in trouble now. And you have to know that you have to use would, could, should, or might for the mixed conditional want. Dear everyone, this is the way how to use, or the definition how to use mixed conditional want. The mixed conditional want is used to talk about the conditions in the past, things which did not happen in the past and have the result in the present day. It means that we use it to talk about the condition or something in the past, but that thing that we talk about is not happened in the past, and we have the result in the present day. This is an example. If you had driven more carefully, you would not had this accident. The explanation: you had an accident now because you didn't try carefully in the past. So it means that you try carelessly in the past, and you don't try carefully in the past. You didn't try carefully in the past, and in the present day, it has an accident. This is the result of not careful in the past and have an accident now in the present day. Now we are going to study about the mixed conditional too. We use past simple with if clause in third conditional, and we have to use would have plus past participle with the main clause in third conditional. If clause, we have to use if plus subject plus past simple in second conditional, and in main clause we have to use subject plus would have plus verb past participle in third conditional, and we have to make it together. Have to make second conditional in if clause, and in main clause have to use third conditional, and have to make it together to make one more conditional. It we call mixed conditional too. And if clause third conditional, after that you have to use comma plus main conditional, main clause third conditional. This is an example. If Vince were good at if Vince were a good student, he would have studied for exam yesterday. And Vin is not good student now, and he did not study for exam yesterday in the past, and now he's not a good student. In the past, he did not study for exam as well. And you have to know that you have to use would, could, should, or might for the mixed conditional too. And the mixed conditional too is talk about the condition in the past, in the present, things which are unreal or untrue in the present and have result in the past. If I were smart, I would have studied for example yesterday. And you have to do this one and again you will know. You have to write the big conditional too is talk about the condition in the present day. It means that the condition now and things which are untrue in the present and have result in the past. If I were smart, I would have studied for exam yesterday. The explanation: you are not smart now because you didn't study in the past. And this is the total of the zero conditional, first conditional, third conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and mixed conditional, and the formulas of it. And just a form for you. An overuse of basic verb form used in conditional sentence. This is a situation. If clause and main clause example, like zero conditional, facts and true and trust. We used to talk about this one. And in if clause I have present simple, and in main clause I have to use present simple as well. This is an example. If I had enough time, I wrote everything. Right. First conditional. So you talk about the truth in the present and future. And if clause we have to use present simple. In main clause I have to use will plus infinitive. For example, if I have enough time, I will read tonight. In second conditional, we used to talk about the untrue in the present of future. You have to use past simple in a if clause and would plus infinitive in main clause. For example, if I had enough time, I would write for now for or later. Number 3, we use about third conditional and true in the past or until in the past. You have to use past perfect simple for if clause, and you have to use would plus have plus participle in main clause. For example, if I had enough time, I would have read yesterday. The last one that we have studied in the present day and true in the past. The result in the present day, past perfect simple, have to use would plus infinitive. For example, if I had breakfast, I would not be happy now. Okay, everyone, we already talked about the 5 conditional already, like the first one about the 0 conditional, and you already know about 0 conditional, and then we use it to talk about the facts or something that's true, and you already know the example of it, and this one only one example for you. And if you want to get more example, you can go to the previous lesson that I post for you, that I upload for you. And if you want to know more about the first conditional, you can go to the video that I upload lately, and you can study it from that video. I think that it is easy to understand if you focus on the lesson, even though sometimes my pronunciation is not good, but I think that it is easy for all of you, even though you are Cambodian, Thailand, or others, or you are live in the other country. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for your watching, and I hope you enjoy my video here, and I hope you help me to click subscribe for my channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome to English for You channel. Today I have one video for you that talk about the verbs that cannot use in present continuous. So what are the verbs that we cannot use in present continuous form? Please take a look on this video. The verbs that we don't use in present continuous form are state verb. Actually, there are many kind of state verb, but here I would choose verb of thinking and opinion to tell you in the beginning. The verb of thinking and opinions, like believe. Believe here, you cannot use it in present continuous form. You have to use it in present form or other form besides continuous form. You can say, I believe in God, I believe in Buddha, I believe in ghosts, but you cannot say, I am believing in Buddha, I am believing in you, or I am believing in Christian. You cannot say like this. Think. You also cannot use it in present continuous because it is in a group of state verb as well. You cannot say I am thinking about you now, or I am thinking about my job. You cannot say like this. One more, understand. One sample explain you about the way how to do something, but when you understand what they talk about, you cannot say I am understanding you. Now I am understanding. You cannot say like this. You have to say I understand. Agree? No, they are also in the group of state verb, so you cannot use it in present continuous as well. Like the word dream, I am dreaming about you, like I was dreaming about you. No, you cannot say like this. You have to say I dream about you, I dream about uh, my teacher, I dream about my student. You can say this, but you cannot say I am dreaming about you or I am dreaming about something. Image, forget, prefer, remember. All the verb here, you cannot use it in present continuous form. So now go to other kind of state verb. Verb of feelings. Verbs of feeling, you cannot use in use it in present continuous as well. That would love, like, care, wish, upset, interest, want, hate, hope, surprise, frighten, horrify. All the verb here, you cannot use it in present continuous form. Like the verb love, now I am loving you. Ooh, I am loving my teacher. No, you cannot say like this. You have to say I love my teacher. I love Kate. I love dog. Or I love something that you love. But you cannot say I am loving. One more like here, if you like someone, even though before you never like, but now you like, but you cannot say I am liking him, I am liking her. So you cannot say like this. You have to say I like her, I like him, I like cat, I like dog. Care, care, it is also a verb of feeling, and you cannot use it in present continuous. Like I am caring about you now, I am caring about my sister, I am caring about my teacher. It is not correct. You have to use it in present simple or past simple. Like I care about you. Wish, upset, interest, want. I am wanting. Now I'm wanting you. Oh no, you cannot say like this. You have to say I want. I want you to go somewhere. I want to speak English with you. No, I want him to speak English with you. No, you cannot say like this. You have to say I want. Hate. If you hate someone, you cannot say I am hating you now. You are hating me now. No, you cannot say like this. You have to say I hate you. You hate me. Hope. Surprise. Frighten. Horrify. So all the verb here are the verb of feeling, and you cannot use it in present continuous form. Go to one more step of one more kind of state verb. Verb of possessions. Verb of possession here also cannot use it in present continuous or continuous form. It doesn't mean that in present continuous, but I mentioned about the continuous form you cannot use in continuous form, even though it is past continuous or present continuous. Like belong, owned, need, resemble, cost, contained, weight, have. One more. Verb of sense. Verb of sense here also cannot use it in present continuous or in continuous form. Look. I am look. I am looking you. Or taste. You are and feel, see, hear, smell, sound, felt. Like you are looking good today. No, you cannot say like this. Like you look so good today. Taste. It tastes good. You cannot say it tasting good. Feel. I am feeling bad today. You cannot say like this. You have to say I feel bad or I feel good. See, I am seeing you. No, you cannot say like this. You have to say I see you. I see a dog. I see a cat. Hear, smell. All the verb here are the verb of sense, and you cannot use it in present continuous. Okay, thank you very much for your watching. If you have any comment recommend, you can recommend on my video. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Welcome for your recommendation.